Morning, everyone.
Good
Hi, guys.
morning. Good
Hi,
morning.
Paolo, Renato, Carlos.
Ciao.
Hey, no,
How is it going, guys?
great.
Is it going-
My eyes are still hurting from that new jersey from Inter. What is that new jersey from Inter? It's like psychedelic. You put that to go to a disco at night. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's
Well,
the goal for them. Huh? That's the goal.
Are you talking about
They're
the
gonna
Are you
party
talking
so
about the
much.
white? Sorry, guys. Are you guys talking about the white one or the
No,
yellow one?
the white,
whatever,
yellow,
all the
green,
colors are
blue.
there.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. But marketing is killing football when it comes to the jersey. Napoli this year has shown
But
wow, terrible
that's
stuff.
the
Terrible,
fourth. That's
terrible.
the fourth
Napoli
jersey.
four jerseys. Yeah, the
For Napoli, also for Inter, it's the fourth jersey, the one that
also for
Carlos
Inter.
is mentioned. But also the first jersey, the one that actually leaked out some days ago, is not paying too much justice to to the official colors of Inter. Like it's blue
Isn't it
and
It's yellow.
blue.
Is that yellow the
the
official
one,
colors of? I thought it was yellow the official color of Inter, isn't it?
Yeah.
No?
I think so.
But listen, this is the first
Blue and-
jersey for the next whole season. The whole next season are gonna wear this jersey or not?
They will.
I think that they will, but like in rare occasions. I hope for the viewers, for themselves as well, for the players, that they are gonna wear it as less as possible because it's really ugly.
Wow.
And actually, there are a lot of rules for the jersey. No,
For kids, yes.
Yeah, there are a
Also
lot of, but also for Juventus will have finally Juventus will go back to classic.
back like this actually.
Yeah, and that's at least one. AC Milan also might go back to classic, but not.
It's not classic because there will be like different weight of shape
Of the lines.
Yes.
Or the stripes,
Right.
but
It's
it's
like a
still
thicker
going
one.
to be stripes.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
square,
It's
the circle.
stripes, but
because-
smaller, getting from smaller to bigger to the center. And
Yeah.
it's going
for
to be
the
mainly
for
red
the thing,
than
because
mainly-
that's the important thing. Anyway, guys, so in Matteo, which we want to say hi to him, and in the meanwhile, I share something in the private chat, guys. It's the same link. I don't know how many times I've shared that. Sorry.
Thank you for
Yeah,
spamming us.
so let's say hi to Matteo. We don't want you anymore in the podcast. Let's say hi, Matteo. No more in the
Bye.
podcast.
He had
Well,
a really
Matteo-
good exam today. He had a really good exam today.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
that.
It's traveling. It's traveling around with his mind and everything. Indeed, but he shared with me something. Guess what he shared with me?
The quiz.
Chris.
The quiz, the Saturday morning quiz. So I'm going to share that. It might be pretty easy for
I think it's
Paolo.
the first time. Sorry, Diego, for interrupting you, but it's the first time that the 3 out of 4 participants to the podcast do not know anything about the
Of the quiz?
The quiz. Yeah. So you are the only one knowing that right now.
Yes, generally I know something more. As you will see the
generally
picture.
Diego always loses anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Even though he might be wrong.
Because I like to make you win, Carlos. That's the point. I like to make you win. I like to give you the feeling that you know things, but
I imagine the cult of calcio in 20 years putting the quiz with the jersey of Inter that they played last game, and people will be thinking, what the fuck was that jersey in 20 years?
Matteo and I are discussing to call the quiz Carlos quiz. We are discussing that because
I think we should only put teams from Serie D, otherwise it's too easy. Serie D or Serie C, otherwise
it's too easy. Listen, this one might be pretty easy for some of you guys, and maybe also for Carlos. Let's see how it goes, and surely I will ask name of players for this one.
Let me put to my screen.
That's what I'm gonna ask. The name of the players on top of the team and of course of the year. So let's start from Renato.
Okay. This is too easy. This is too easy, guys.
Yeah.
This is too easy. This is to
I want the all 11 players.
There's God there in the picture as well. You can see God there in the middle,
I don't see Maradona. Where is
hugging
he?
people. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see Maradona.
I think this is the year right before he went to Juventus, by the way. I think.
I see a wonderful number 10.
Yeah.
The
The
number
number 10. The number 10.
The number 10.
Then number 10. Carlos,
number
do
10.
you have any idea?
I think so. Honestly, I must admit, because I always look at the logo more than looking at the faces of the guys, and because of the help of Renato and Paolo, I think I know the team. But yeah, it's not the.
There's also
it's not-
Toto Cutugno there. There's a guy.
Toto Cutugno.
Okay, like Toto Cutugno. But he's not there.
So, who wants Carlos? Just guess.
Carlos, go ahead.
If you don't know this, you can go away.
No, but honestly, without the help of you guys and looking at the logo, I might get it right. But the rest of the players, I'm looking, I cannot even tell one. So I guess this is the. You want to say something, Diego?
No, go ahead. I want to see how you
So
think.
this is the Fiorentina with Roberto Baggio in the middle, no? But
That's the one. And what year? Let's see if we can catch the year.
That's difficult because I don't even remember. And that's shame on me because as a Juventus supporter, I should know when Baggio landed on Turin. I think it was 1991. 1993, 1994 could be. No, we were.
Could be.
No, earlier. Because
Okay, let me.
94 was the year of the.
I think
Let me
it
give
was
you one
88, 89 or 89, 90.
Yeah, I would say 89, 90.
89, 90. That's a great year, by the way. And what about you, Carlos?
no, somewhere.
No, actually, it 89, 90 is Napoli last Scudetto. That's why it's a great year.
Italia 90.
Yeah, 89-90.
I guess sometime in the 90s, but no clue.
So
Is
we are
that
looking.
Pietro Vercowood, the first one sitting? I might
think-
say so.
The one looking at
Looking
outside.
on the other side, yeah.
I think it should be. He played one season for Fiorentina, from what I remember. The goalkeeper, it's a pretty famous goalkeeper, is Giovanni Galli.
Yes.
It's Giovanni Galli, who also played for Napoli. Vercowood played for the next year. I think he went to Sampdoria.
I think so.
Right away, I think so. But anyway, yes, the one in the middle is Roberto Baggio, and the team is Fiorentina, and the year is 89-90. That's the correct version of it.
Diego, can I add one question to you guys that I just discovered now on the spot? This is very interesting. In which club has his record of goals in one season, Roberto Baggio? In which club he scored the most goals in one season?
Without looking.
This is difficult, huh?
I think I might know it, but this is my.
Should be either Brescia or Bologna. I think Bologna.
Yeah.
I think it's Bologna.
It's Bologna, yeah. Fuck my life. I could never guess that.
It's yeah. I think it could be the year with Kenneth Anderson as a striker. Could that be the year, Carlos? Since you're checking,
He only played one season in Bologna, only one season, so 97-98, and he scored in Serie A 22 goals, which is more than he scored in Juventus. 1 year he scored 21, so that's shocking.
Actually, only 1 year there, and just to let you know how much memories he left there is a bar close to the house that I have back in Bologna. It's like a really small bar. You enter there, it's like a bar sport for Bologna supporters. There are a lot of t-shirts, but it's this giant, really giant picture of Roberto Baggio playing, which is like the whole wall big. And there are a lot of
gadgets and stuff.
gadgets around, like it is like an altar, no? You go there, you pray. Every morning you wake up, you take the coffee, you pray Baggio, and then you go to work.
That's super nice.
They love him. They love him there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, how can you not love it? I love him, and he never played. Actually, I remember one of his last goals in his career made Napoli relegate to Serie B, and I still love him. So
Must love him a lot.
il divincodino, Roberto Baggio. Anyway, guys, moving on. Let's look at Serie A and Liga. And I mean, Serie A Scudetto was already assigned to who? I don't remember. And Champions League. What is that? That's actually fake or old, pretty old. They changed. They have like International Motors.
International
Motors. They changed the logo, the Scudetto. Well, Carlos, it's okay. They won it. They deserve it. They had a great season, and they were the only team, showing great football in Europe. Anyway.
It happens once every 10 years, so I think we should stop here.
Well, let's see next season because, Inter, they're going through some really huge financial issues. They're talking about not being able to pay the players. The salary was postponed of 2 months. There has been a backup of the team with the club saying, no, we don't reduce our salary because they requested 40% reduce of salary. And, when Conte gets 12 million euros per year, and you ask him to reduce of the 40%, you're not asking him to reduce of, 1,000 euros. You're asking him to reduce of quite a lot of money. It's almost 5 million euros less. So I don't know how it goes and how we'll end up. What I'm concerned is how is it possible that a team with all these debts and they cannot really pay the players won the Scudetto? That was my main concern, I would say. But overall, on the pitch, they deserve it. It was incredible for me, their season. But the question is, who is going to champions now? Juventus, Milan, Atalanta, and who is going to win the Liga? Atletico Madrid, or Atletico Madrid? That are my main questions.
I would say Atletico Madrid.
I would say the same.
I don't know, Carlos, if it's too much caramantic like us, but
well, he believes in bad luck. He's still wearing Inter jersey. If I don't wear it, we don't win the Scudetto.
We've mentioned this. I mentioned this in the few podcasts before. I think this year the planets have aligned because to have the same season. To win Inter after 10 years, Sporting Lisbon after 19 years, Glasgow Rangers after 11 years, probably Atletico Madrid after 10 years. So it's really only Bayern in Germany kept the tradition, but the rest of the leagues, and Lille is one victory away from winning the French league on top of PSG. Lille with the budget of Lille.
The budget of Lille, we are talking about Pepe, 80 millions, and Osimhen, 45, 50.
But fighting with PSG, with PSG.
Yeah, of course. But they were able to build up the team. They did what Juventus did many, many years ago with when they sold Zidane, and it was Buffon, Thuram, and Cannavaro. They came in, and Zidane went away. So that's what they did, and I really like the kind of policy.
Yeah, and Lille is famous. It's like Porto, and it's very famous for selling and producing good players like Kevin De Bruyne, like Eden Hazard. They have Steiner. Historically, so many good players. But these guys, honestly, they got a lot of money from the 2 players that you just mentioned, but they didn't reinvest it into buying players. Everything went to the new stadium. The new stadium is amazing.
The new stadium.
Yeah, but they didn't really spend money this summer into many new players. So it's just with the youngsters and the youth academy. A little bit what Sporting Lisbon did with all the young players. So there are still some romantic stories around Europe happening from time to time. So it's very cool. It's very cool. And
it is pretty nice indeed.
But let's go back to business. So I think I go back to my original bet that I say that Inter, obviously, Atalanta, Juve, and AC Milan will make it to the Champions League. That I say in January. I said this top 4 in January, and Paolo wrote it down.
So you're kicking still out Napoli from UCL.
I said it in January when Napoli was like number 7, so it was easier than now. But now it's difficult.
But do you remember when we were talking about Napoli back in January, and I was telling you guys, well, we have like 10 out of 11, start 11 injured. And we are talking about Koulibaly, Osimhen, we were talking about Insigne, we were talking about, the core of the team. I had no idea how to judge so far Napoli season. I really don't know. I will see at the end of the season if we make it to Champions League, because at this stage we are 1 point, in a better position of Juventus. We are 1 point more than Juventus,
not to be scared. Thanks to Florentino Perez and the Super League project. If Juventus and Liverpool, remember my words, if Juventus and Liverpool won't qualify to the Champions League, they will get a wild card. So Juventus and Liverpool will be invited to play the Champions League next season. Remember what I said today, because I have no proof or idea about this.
I have to write it down.
So basically, you're saying even though they will not make it, they will go to Champions League. They will make sure that Juventus will be awarded of the Champions League, and the same Liverpool. I hope.
By the way,
Napoli hand up. Well, dude, I believe in bad luck. I really believe in bad luck. I believe in bad luck.
Do not take excuses, eh?
Oh no, that's not an excuse. I believe in bad luck. What was that? Yeah, Zaccagni Di Marco. Which you know why I said Zaccagni Di Marco?
No, but AC Milan is on fire. Atalanta is on fire. I think now it's only or Napoli or Juve, honestly, if you ask me.
Napoli is pretty on fire as well, Napoli. We scored home.
I agree with Carlos. The battle is actually between me and you, Diego.
Well, I think the battle is. I think the battle is between Napoli and Napoli, because Napoli winning twice. Juventus is kicked out. It's all about Napoli. There is not. If we end up at the same point, Napoli goes, and you don't.
And I think the calendar is
the calendar. Does anybody have the calendar of the games left to play?
Yes, I can.
I think it's a bit more in favor of Napoli, to be honest.
Well, Napoli has Fiorentina and Verona. You guys have Inter tonight, which is the big match. And then Bologna. Tonight for Napoli is a little bit difficult, more for the mindset rather than the type of match. But Florence, we all know in Italy, to go to Florence and play football in Florence, even though Fiorentina is going to be relegated, not this year, of course, it's always difficult. Florence is, it's Florence. Let me share the screen.
But Inter is going to play with the second team tonight. I mean, against Juve, no?
And then you will understand many things, Carlos. Then you will understand a lot of things when it comes to, who is going to make it. Because if Inter will play with the regular team, okay, they are trying to beat Juventus. Otherwise, if they play with Ranocchia, for example, it's like, why are you doing that? Which is okay, it's understandable. But during the week, they had been celebrating Lukaku's birthday, doing barbecues. Conte and Lautaro, they had like this box match instead of during the training. So it's, I think Inter is unplugging themselves from the league, which is absolutely deserved in this way.
I hope that this is only a physiological thing, that obviously they don't need in this case to prepare the last two matches. I think that the match versus Juventus, the derby of Italy's derby, is one of those matches that you prepare by yourself. Not even, you don't need to train, especially to make a special training or special stuff. So I hope for once in my life that my support for FC Inter will be necessary and paid out, maybe.
we recorded this,
Sorry, Paolo, I'm sorry to say, but
we recorded
I've been
this.
waiting
Okay.
so much time for this.
I see your point. I actually can underline it, and I subscribe to that. But remember that we record this Bar Sport. So you say that you support Inter with the AC Milan jersey.
Nice. I say
So
only
remember
tonight.
that
Well,
we can just cut it out and say
What's going on with the AC Milan supporters? Last week we had someone wearing the Inter jersey.
Well, I said for tonight, only for tonight's match, guys. Then obviously, if my faith in Inter will be broken by the team, then it will be my fault, and I will never say those two. I never say Forza something, so I will support them, hoping even in a draw. A draw would be fine for me. So
Well, it is a draw would be fine for me as well. It depends about Napoli tomorrow. If Napoli tomorrow wins, then we have the last game at home at the Maradona Stadium against Hellas Verona, which is going to be a nice derby for me, being a guy from Verona. And
Verona. It may be
well, Fatal Verona is actually for AC Milan and not for. Well, that's
maybe
true.
he can spread around. Who knows? He can just move from the north.
Do you
to the
remember I said Zaccagni Di Marco? Zaccagni. Well, I believe Di Marco might go back to Inter. We don't know, but there are surely two players that are monitored by Napoli. So I hope, and they're playing pretty badly.
Guys, but it seems that they did the calendar on purpose. Now that this is the end of the season, the best games. Look, Juve Inter, Derby d'Italia, Derby di Roma, Roma Lazio, Spezia Torino, fighting to stay in Serie A. Then AC Milan, Cagliari, which they are all fighting for Champions League and staying in Serie A. It's crazy. Benevento to be so many good games. Fiorentina, Napoli.
Yeah, there are so many good games. You know what's funny, Carlos? In last season of Sarri, when we had like 91 points and Juventus 94, 95, I don't remember correctly. The second last match was Juventus-Inter, and it was Inter-Juventus that year. It was in San Siro, was not in Torino. And the other one was at noon. It was actually Fiorentina-Napoli in Florence. It's the same situation. So we have a lot of jokes. That's why we are scared tomorrow, because we know that we can lose in the hotel the match.
Deja vu.
Yeah, Napoli, they actually, I'm not kidding, they actually they changed the hotel. They go to Florence this year, just due to that match. So that's why we believe in bad luck so much.
You know how we call these games in Spain? El partido de los maletines. Maletines means the suitcases, because, Real Madrid, for example, this is always this legend that today Real Madrid will give suitcases with money to the players who play against Atletico Madrid to win the league, So this is the game of suitcases. So,
crazy stuff. Well, crazy stuff indeed. But I really hope Inter will make it. Will make points tonight. But I'm honestly thinking they will. I mean, look at Juventus. They have motivation. What kind of motivation they have, Inter? Just to show that they are a better team than Juventus.
Conte is the main motivation. Conte is the main motivation.
Kick Juventus out of Champions League after 10 years. So it will be like, if they win tonight, I would say this will be really a end of an era, because Juventus. But it can happen. It could happen, Paolo, sooner or later. In the last 9 years, Juventus always fought with somebody. It was sometimes Inter last year, Napoli a couple of years ago. Most of the last 9 years, there were no competition at all after 25 matches, but it was physiological. Even I remember when I was younger and I was living in Lyon for my Erasmus, Lyon was in an 8-year streak. Then Montpellier came, and then there was PSG, and we are talking about this year probably being Lille, brand new champion in France. So it's difficult to get such a long streak winning the championships.
Totally agree with you. Actually, I was saying the same things maybe some episodes ago. So I subscribe to your opinion completely. And I think that on top of that, I think that Inter has all the right potential to open a new cycle for them.
Oh, I hope that is going to be like at the end of the at the end of Calciopoli, for example. We
Nice
suppose
memory.
Why do you,
hold on.
No.
can I stop you 1 second, Renato? Why are you saying at the end of?
no after
It's still there.
after the well, who knows? Somebody
Well,
can
we are
go.
Italians. Of course, it's still there.
We are fighting for the Champions
some
League.
people some people from some managers from a certain team can go in the pitch despite not being in the distinta. So who knows why? And somebody got kicked out just to say mi sembra strano. So come on. But jokes apart, Paolo, I hope this is going to be for the better for the Italian Serie A, because the last 10 years there was no competition, almost no. If there would be the possibility for Inter, AC Milan, Napoli, possibly Roma with Mourinho to open new cycles and get this league a little bit more competitive. I will include also Atalanta, because now we cannot consider them anymore a small team or a surprise, because they are there. It's the third year in a row they will possibly qualify for Champions League. If they didn't have this bad start this year, probably they would have fought for the Scudetto with Inter, because it's like 50 matches that they didn't lose a match in Serie A. So I hope that the next year will be the return of the Seven Sisters, possibly not with Fiorentina, but maybe with Atalanta, in order to get a wonderful campionato, a wonderful championship.
Not only that, actually, let me add on top of that if we have a really good championship, if we have a really good league with a lot of teams that are competitive, and they all go with that potential in Europe, we can also go back up in the ranking in European leagues, and that's something we should aim to, because it's also good for our rankings, for our teams.
Actually, there is one interview on Nicola Berti. Nicola Berti is a really famous striker for Inter, and in his opinion, is better than Juventus goes to Champions League this year already, because going to Champions League, they will get the money from UEFA to go to Champions, and they will fix this current team. But fixing this current team is not rebuilding it. Differently, he's saying if they don't go to Champions League, they will have the opportunity to restart from scratch. And we all know, the power of Juventus when it comes to financing, when it comes to building winning teams. And that's history has shown that they know how to build teams that they can build.
I don't know if this is the year for rebuilding.
I think it already started actually with Sarri. I was seeing some of the players for Juventus. It's true that you guys are what we say in Italy, imps. You have like some players that need to be retired. That's true. Yeah. Some really old players, but it's also true that your transfer market got into the team people like De Ligt, Demiral, McKennie, Kulusevski, so Chiesa, so players which are young and could Chiesa could actually be one of the future players, key players of the national team, the Italian national teams. So in that way, I already see like Juventus created some of the breaks. I really think the season was killed by the club.
I think that actually there are also some financial issues, and so that was one of the. Yeah, but now it's really okay. I totally agree with you, but now it's really at a level that if you want to aim to rebuild, it's kind of difficult. We are not, I think, in the financial position that we can afford a rebuild.
This is not the summer. It's not the summer for rebuilding, definitely. No,
I don't think so.
I was reading this morning, guys, that on Sport Mediaset, that not only Inter is having troubles in paying salaries.
Juventus as well.
Juventus as well. There are only three teams. There are only three teams in Serie A that don't have issues paying the salaries. Fiorentina, Napoli, Atalanta. The only two. But it's funny because Atalanta, Percassi, I think he's already 10 years in Serie A as a president, as a owner of the Atalanta. The first 5 years, he basically paid all the debts of the previous club. And then in the second, cycle of 5 years, he's building up the team. Also pretty lucky with Gasperini, got from Genoa. And actually it's interesting because today there is Genoa-Atalanta, which is not that easy. It's probably on paper, it's to me it's not that easy on paper. But let's see.
Genoa did so much better, right? If you guys remember when we were in January about the teams going to Serie B, Genoa was there, and then Genoa did very well with expecting, comparing to last season, and it improved a lot. But,
I really hope that Genoa will give us
like a dream. It would be fantastic because then AC Milan supporter will, how we say in Italy, they will have a little bit of fear because they will play next match.
So two questions, guys. Cristiano Ronaldo going to Sporting Lisbon. This is the trending topic the last 3 days. I don't know if you guys believe on that or not. After they won the league and what the sister said about him moving back to Sporting Lisbon. That's the first. And second, are we leaving out the Lazio of the Champions League battle? Or?
That's two big questions.
I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, don't know. Cristiano Ronaldo, every year he played in Real Madrid. There was like this rumor going back to Manchester United, going back to Portugal, and then finally he ends up in Juventus. I believe Cristiano Ronaldo will stay in Juventus for next season as well. And I do believe that due to finance. Do you think so, Paolo? No?
No, actually there are two reasons. One is the salary. The second is the fiscal...
The fiscal, because in Italy there is the fiscal.
But can Juve pay his salary the next season? That's the question. Like, it's not going to happen. What's happening with Messi and Barcelona? That Messi, if he wants to stay in Barcelona next season, he has to reduce his salary by 70%. So 70%, guys.
I don't know. I honestly don't know that.
There might be some kind of deal with the club for sure, with the board. Still, he's not gonna lose a lot of money, I would say.
And no,
Sporting Lisbona
is unsustainable. Huh?
I don't think they can. I don't think Sporting Lisbona can.
They cannot afford that. So if he has to shrink the salary, it's better to do it with Juventus because of the fiscal adjustments that they can do.
Yeah, decreto crescita, the Italian decreto crescita. Carlos, what is interesting about Cristiano Ronaldo? It's that I strongly believe that Juventus without Cristiano Ronaldo would have had higher chances to win Scudetto this year, or to at least be in the fight for Scudetto, because they would be more a team. They have really young players. And like Kulusevski, I remember last season in Parma, it's wow. I was like, oh, no, Juventus got also this one. That was my thinking. But I have like feelings that, the old players and players like Cristiano Ronaldo, they just put in the shade, in the shadow, the youth, the younger player.
For a complete rebuilding, this is the summer to say goodbye to Chiellini, Ronaldo, Bonucci.
No, Chiellini.
No. I'm sorry to say, but these guys, I think, at some point, now that you are rebuilding, this season you didn't win any title, so there is not much difference. Thank you, goodbye.
They won the Super Cup.
And there's still the Coppa Italia out there. Right?
Now it counts.
Yeah. It always counted.
They still have the
triplete, it always counted. Go on.
Joking, Paolo, of course. This is the last thing we want, so obviously it counts. Obviously it counts.
At least the Coppa Italia.
Coppa Italia, that's going to be interesting, Coppa Italia. If you want, I'm down for a live session of Coppa Italia. Yes. Be supporting Atalanta. Which is super crazy because
we are always saying that we have to do it. We need to arrange it. And since Napoli is not involved because you're scared as shit, sorry for the French, to be live when Napoli is playing. But I'm not scared at all, also because this year we really have nothing to lose but Coppa Italia and Champions League. So let's do it.
The funny thing, Paolo, is that you could end up with 2 titles this year, and that would be the first season of Pirlo, which obviously in the league was not. I mean, some of the match you guys lost due to Pirlo, probably. He made like wrong choices. But dude, first year as a coach, potentially 2 titles. I think that's great stuff.
You should check which titles are, because it's not only a matter of quantity, but also
yeah, but winning is winning. Listen, in Italy you have Scudetto. Scudetto went to Inter. Left Scudetto, you have Champions League. Champions League for you is like a chimera. It's impossible because of Andrea Agnelli. I mean, that's true.
It's not going to happen next year as well. So I don't know. Maybe we will.
Basically, what Diego is saying, we are all going to make you a favor by playing the Europa League next season to get the European title. That's what Diego is saying. This is...
Well, that would be a European... That would be a European title. There is no Italian team winning in Europe. I mean, also Inter went to a final. They also lost that. Napoli lost a semi-final. There is no Italian team being as strong as any other team in Europe. Like Bayern or...
When was the last title? Which year was
it was Inter, actually, the Champions League.
Yes.
Champions League.
2010, right?
Yeah. That's
11 years. 11 years.
And there was no competition in the Serie A that year because due to Calciopoli. Juventus was still coming back.
Fourth year in a row, there was no competition.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's actually a fact.
And then the next year, the guys from the other side of the Milan city won the title.
I think AC Milan. Well, you guys could replicate the Jubileo season, 2001. 2000 went to Roma and 2001 went to Lazio. So you could replicate that. 21.
Why not? Well, I hope so. Also, guys, there is the second star competition here. I don't want Juventus get the 4th before we get the 2nd, or Inter get the 2nd. So.
Yeah, I think it's slightly easier that you guys AC Milan will win the 2nd star than Inter.
Wait, Inter and AC Milan have exactly the same Scudettos?
Well, we used to. Now you got 19. Now AC Milan got 18. So you are closer than us.
1918, yeah. Which is extremely. Yeah, but AC Milan, they also have 7 Champions League, and no one in Italy has.
That's why
I'm not saying anything, Paolo. That's also for me, right?
I'm going to cry now.
But so, how many, Carlos? How many ligas does do Atletico have?
Actually,
do you know? Let's check it.
Because this tradition of the star, I think it's only the star in the jersey. I think this is only in Germany and Italy. You guys have this, right?
Germany, Italy, and for the World Cup as well. Also for the World Cup, there is the star.
Yeah.
There is also in Turkey something similar. One star every 10 titles, but yeah.
We got it's
next week.
Atletico has 10 titles. If they win this season, 11. Hello, Ricardo.
Well,
Ricardo is talking to you.
He's going to join us in the podcast. He's a Hungarian supporter. He wants to talk about Hungary being in the group death in the Euro Cup. So he will be joining us in some podcast. And he's a big, nobody understands why. He's a big Atletico Madrid fan, even though he's from Budapest. He supports Atletico since ever. No one understands why. So,
well, probably because he's clever than you are. That's probably why.
You're supporting Inter. Look at you. You're supporting Inter.
Richie, write this comment next weekend. Write this comment. Let's see if it's still available. This comment next weekend. Let's see.
Okay. I hope so. I really hope so. That
Atletico and the pressure now is like.
Carlos,
yeah,
how many? I don't recall because actually I'm a bit out of the game for Liga. How many games are left there? 2 or 1? 2. It's like in Italy.
Everything.
One is today, no? One is this weekend.
tomorrow they are all playing at the same time because they don't want any suitcases moving around. So they do the. But guys, it has to. Osasuna will let themselves win because they hate Madrid. So tomorrow there is 3 points for Atletico. The only chance is the last game against Valladolid because Ronaldo Nazario is the president of Valladolid, very good friend of Florentino, and they need to win to stay in Serie A. So this is the only the only chance, guys. I don't think there is any other. But I mean, let's be realistic. It has to be a miracle. Valladolid winning the game, right? But no. a draw against Valladolid, the last game. I don't know.
But do you think Ronaldo, il fenomeno will do something about that?
He has to come to the pitch and play the last game against Atletico. That's what he has to do.
I believe even though he is in that shape, he will surely show some good football.
Imagine. But yeah, I mean, tomorrow they could be champions Atletico because Real Madrid has a very difficult game, right, against Bilbao.
I really hope so. I think Cholito, Simeone, first of all, he has a great name, Diego, which I like it a lot. Second of all, he's Argentinian. And third of all, dude, it's, besides the fact that he played for the team you are wearing the jersey today, it's one of those coach that, it shows the feelings of football. He's there because he loves football. Of course, also Zidane is there because he loves football, but
he loves football. He loves football, and he's the best paid manager in the world. The salary of Simeone is higher than Guardiola and Mourinho. So let's not forget Zidane's salary first season in Real Madrid didn't even reach 1 million euro per year, and Cholito Simeone is making 25 millions of euros. So I can also love football when I'm the best paid manager in the world.
Yeah, well, of course. That's why you love football. That's one of
because they are the best manager.
Atletico Madrid is very good in playing the role of the victim. And guys, they pay 127 million euros for Joao Felix. They are not anymore a poor team, the team of the people. I mean, you know the salaries they are paying over there, and the transfer money. They pay 80 million euros for Lemar. 127 for Joao Felix. They're not like a team from the youth academy playing young players, who are. This is not the case anymore.
Carlos, okay, let's look at two details, and you have the standing here in front of you. Atletico, they got against 23 times, 23 goals against, and what we say in Italy is that who is going to win the league is always the best defense. The best defense is one of the key to win.
Look at the goal difference, and there is still 2 games to play. So
that's indeed that's absolutely true. But it's more difficult to make a goal to score against Atletico than against Real Madrid.
They are always. Can you delete this comment from Ricardo? No, I agree. But the Atletico is famous always for the good defense, right? And they probably have the best goalkeeper in the world. In not this season, I think Courtois was almost as good as Oblak. But Oblak, if you take the last 5 seasons, it's the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion, and football experts will tell you this, because to get this, like you say, this goals against you, it's also the defense, but the goalkeeper it's been unbelievable. And if they win this league, they could have never won this league without Jan Oblak.
I see the difference between Atletico and Real this year is just one draw. You guys draw one match more, and they won that match while you draw. That's the difference, because
that draw against Atletico, that derby with that. Ricardo, you remember that penalty of Felipe taking the ball with the hand, and was no penalty, no VAR. That was the key game. Those 2 points.
That was so. You're saying that you look like a supporter for Napoli, because you are basically saying that one episode impact the Liga so far.
Many episodes. The last weekend against Sevilla, guys. When you saw.
I saw that. I felt like I was. That was unfair. I have to be.
But anyways, I don't wanna blame the referees yet, because we will win the Liga, so it's fine.
Well, let's see. I really hope Atletico will make it. I think they deserve it. They deserve to win. Absolutely.
Maletitas everywhere.
Nice, nice guys. That's super nice. So let's see if Atletico will make it. I really hope so. We have AC Milan, Juventus, and Napoli, but we also have Atalanta working for a place in Champions League, not in Europe. We are all in Europe so far. The question I have for everyone: do Juventus deserve to be in Champions League? Just kidding. Just kidding. No. Who actually deserve? No. I was kidding. Who actually deserve to go to Champions in? I'm just asking one team. Who is the team fighting for? We have 3 teams fighting now for the Champions League. Who is the only one deserving to go to Champions? Atalanta.
Among them?
Atalanta for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's only one team, I would say. I think Atalanta and Milan deserve both of them. Both of them deserve to go to Champions League, for sure. Atalanta and Milan at the same, maybe for different reasons, but like if you should put out a ranking of who is deserving, they would be at the same with the same points.
It's
I
interesting.
think they both deserve. I don't know. Napoli showed us some good things lately, but if I have to see the whole season, neither Juventus nor Napoli would. Really...
Paolo, it's funny. I was checking the statistics, and Napoli made the same points than Atalanta in the second leg of the season. The same point, and actually we scored more and we got less goal against.
Okay.
So, and this is really interesting because Napoli will start winning as we got back Osimhen, as we go back the team. That was obviously Osimhen, guys. I remember Carlos saying that he's not good. Osimhen is he's a crack.
Yeah, if you see Juventus season, I would say that you might want to compare it to the last seasons that they made. So it's really easy to point the finger to Juventus, but I think that they do not deserve it so much just because they missed all the important matches, all the important appointments that needed to be faced in a certain way. Most of the times, at least, like 90% of the times, they missed the appointment. They missed the train. So if they are not going to be automatically qualified to Champions League, I will say I will not be so much disappointed. Also because, as Carlos said, we are going to get the wild card, so it's fine. No, I'm not aware. Apart from that, it's deserved. It's well deserved if we don't go there.
Okay. It has been a very weird season, guys. Let's say, because
super weird.
All of the 3 teams that we are talking about, our 3 teams, Napoli, Juve, Milan, and especially Atalanta, may deserve to go to the Champions League for some reason. They would not deserve from some others. Obviously, in my opinion, after having that long run on top of the league, on the second place, and we still are on the second place, ending at the 5th place would have been like not a disaster, but a really disappointing end of the season.
Of the season,
for sure.
But on the other end, the 3 teams that we are supporting had lots of issues during the year. Napoli didn't have his forwards for almost 3 months. Juventus has issues in defense. Milan for a long time got a long strike of injuries. So we didn't play, the 3 of us, at our best for part of the season. So this is why now the competition is so strong and point to the point until the end of the season. So I don't think anybody of us deserve not to be in the Champions League. But of course, the one that the only shirt that is not at the moment showing deserve it better. So other 4 teams have to share 3 spots only. So
for them.
Good luck to all of us. I don't want to say that anybody of us is going to be favorite in the last two games, but
Well, for
il
you
che
guys,
migliore, let's say.
Renato, for Milan and Atalanta, it's just basically today. Next one is a
but
cookie. It's a huge cookie that you're already eating. That's
Diego,
it.
it's like I remember that we were talking about Fatal Verona a few minutes ago.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't, and San Siro this year is not our favorite place to win.
Yeah, but
And,
you're playing with Cagliari. They are safe. I mean, let's not
yeah,
forget that
of
Cagliari, they
course.
went through Mazzoleni against Cagliari. Sorry, Mazzoleni against Napoli, Mazzoleni against... well, I don't know.
Absolutely. The thing is,
Other-
as also Trapattoni said no long time ago, don't say cat if you don't have in the sack.
I knew
That's
that.
true.
I
That's
always,
absolutely true.
as an AC Milan fan, I always expect the bad luck to come in the last when you don't expect that. Like
If let me
60
place it
minutes
like
in a
this.
Champions League final, and then you got to get a shower because in the next morning you have to go to school at 7:30. I said, okay, I will go in the shower now. I get back in from 3-0 to 3 each. So that's why that is a scare that every AC Milan match will never forget, and so I will celebrate only
Once it's
tonight
done.
if something happened. Tomorrow,
That was a
if,
long shower. It was a long shower, Renato. Very long shower.
A lot of water
It was
wasted.
particularly dirty. It was particularly dirty.
no, I still remember the night because I remember I said, okay, I will go. And so I heard my dad shouting first 3-1. I said, okay, but it's 3-1. After 2 minutes, 3-2, then penalty. And he passed from like being celebrating for Dida's safe to the desperation of the Xabi Alonso tap-in. So I was like, oh my God, it's a nightmare. I didn't want to go to school the next day. And it was like really, really,
Next
really
week, maybe, not only
Next week.
kind of.
By the way, we at Cuddle Culture we have an exclusive content from next week. Next week match. Yes, we have this important picture from next from the next match between Atalanta.
I like you pick a cookie with the N in the middle. The N stands for something else, but I like it. No, yeah, I believe it's really difficult, Renato, that tomorrow against Cagliari will not make points. Obviously, the pressure will be on you because you're the last one playing, and we don't follow the model of Liga where everyone plays all together at the same time.
Exactly.
But
at
Cagliari
least,
is safe.
I think that's
Renato.
next week. If there would be something like this, like we normally do, all teams will play together. The bittersweet taste in my mouth in this moment is we can win tomorrow, but if Atalanta doesn't win, we are not in the Champions League yet.
But Atalanta, you mean today? Yeah, that's
no. If the only way to go to the Champions League is Juventus not winning today, and Milan winning and Atalanta winning, because we are going to be 6 points ahead. And if both Atalanta and Juventus win, Atalanta and Milan win, there will be no possibility, even if Juventus will win, to get the three teams at the same point at the end of the season.
I have feelings, and then crossing fingers, touching wood, touching my balls. Sorry for that, guys. That all the fighters for the Champions League.
What a gross image.
But I really think that all the fighters for the Champions League will make points. I think that the critical match is tomorrow at noon, Fiorentina-Napoli. And tonight we will have the true. Tonight is, a mirror.
The true
of the season.
or part of it.
Part of it.
That if not, I mean, I have the sensation that the feeling that everything is going to be decided at the very last match.
And the last match, the last one.
Next week.
Yeah, of course, because if you guys win, we must make points. 6 points.
By the way, to answer to Alex, the actually made this hypothesis, but I would say that Inter and Milan will not have the chance to be banned because they stepped back from the Super League.
Inter and Milan.
Inter and Milan, they step back, so they get some fine. I think the only danger there is that Juve is going to be banned. Still, Roma, I don't think is going to have a chance for the Champions League, even if it's.
No, I think Lazio is.
Lazio's the next one. Huh?
Yeah, they have like almost 8 points
or
more
Napoli.
than or Napoli. Yeah, because it could be. I really think that I hope the league and the Sandy will stay like today.
I hope
that's
not.
Of course, but you guys won thousands of.
By the way, talking about titles here, next week on Wednesday there is the Coppa Italia final.
The final,
just next week. I completely forgot.
That's why I'm hoping that Atalanta will not make points against Genoa, because maybe their mindset is to the final. But as I know Gasperini will close everything today, and then they will just focus in the next days for the Coppa Italia.
Atalanta demonstrate us during the whole season and during the last seasons that they don't make this kind of calculations. Exactly.
Well,
the winner takes it all.
I feel they need to make it this year. They really need to make.
No, but
Gasperini is not the kind of guy.
The thing is, I'm saying the thing I would like to say, even if you play with your second, not the starting 11, so not with Zapata or Muriel, the substitutes are eagering to demonstrate to Gasperini that they can be in the starting 11, because I could see, for example, if I remember the match with Sassuolo, the only match that they didn't win in the last 5 or 6 matches, they were down to 10 men after 30 minutes, and they even risked to win that match, and possibly deserved to win that match, because they got a penalty that got saved by Consigli. So
well, I mean,
Atalanta, I think they want to get all in, because for them, even getting into the second place will be like a round of honor. If they will lose points, okay, that they will have still the match versus AC Milan, etc., etc. But having the possibility to get possibly 6 points ahead of AC Milan, Napoli, and Juventus is something that I think it's important for their prestige. They have the second place in their hand, because they need to win today or tomorrow. I don't remember when they will play, and draw against us next weekend. That will be the perfect. Yeah, Atalanta. I mean.
They're gonna play today. It's the first match together with Spezia.
That's after 10 minutes you will see that, Renato, what you're saying is confirmed. After 10 minutes, I give Atalanta 10 minutes today. They will kill the match in the first half. That's what I think.
Unfortunately, then for Pippo Inzaghi, because it made a wonderful season, but I think that right now Pippo Inzaghi and Benevento will be the third relegated team in.
It's really tough for them to avoid that.
I mean, they need they need Spezia to lose, and Spezia and Torino to lose.
Torino will get another match on Wednesday. So technically, if the Champions League race will be over for Lazio this evening or after this weekend, I would think that Torino will get 3 easy points, or at least a draw that will be.
I mean, there is Spezia Torino is the second cookie of the match of the game. They just need 1 point and they're fine. It's gonna be. I mean, after 7, after una scoppola di 7 goal, that's
a really unexpected one.
Nah. Anyway, guys, it's 1 hour almost sharp.
Guys, one last question before we go, because we are closing always in 1 hour. We forgot the most important, essential part of the show.
Simeone.
I'm gonna ask one question.
Yes.
I just want one word to close the show. And Paolo, I want you to write down. So the question to all of us.
Okay, let me. In the
Next
meanwhile,
season.
next
season.
season.
Oh man, that is
Cittadella, Monza, Venezia, or Lecce? Who's gonna be? It's on Monday. Monday is starting the playoff. So.
Yeah.
I would say Lecce.
Romantically speaking, yes, but I think that money will play a good. Money in terms of financial power of Monza will play a good historical part in this Serie B playoff. So I will expect another Lombardian team next year to be in Serie A.
Yes, I hope Lecce, Carlos, but I think Monza will make it.
Yeah.
They have Boateng, Balotelli. They have a really good team.
No one said Venezia. I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, they play good football, but it's Serie B, it's playoff, and I believe the player like Balotelli, Boateng, they are used to play this kind of pressure game. That's what I think will make it.
Do they accept fans in the stadiums, by the way? Because in Spain now they start fans in the stadiums from next week.
Yet.
Do they? Or
not yet.
So. They will
maybe
start with
Coppa
the European Cup. I think they will start with the European Cup for sure. I don't think that Coppa Italia, unless they will make some changes.
I heard there were like 12,000 people allowed for the Coppa Italia final, maybe. But there is the curfew. There is the curfew thing that is still pending.
I don't think so indeed.
I have no clue, to be honest. I have no clue.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's something that they are discussing since 2001. They are discussing, in 2001 they started discussing, can we allow people during COVID to the stadium? But I think 2031 they will come up with an idea, Carlos. We are too slow. We are Italians, Carlos. We are slow in everything. It's super slow.
By the way, Carlos, you didn't make your own prediction.
I think I was going to say also, logically Monza. I don't know. I would like to see Venezia back after so long, but Monza has never played in the Serie A before, right? Or
I don't think so.
No, it may be the first time in their life.
But trust me, Berlusconi will come to Serie A and we win the Champions League. Trust me.
It would be fun. It would be fun to see again Berlusconi, sitting next to Lotito and this kind of stuff, But
Galliani back to the ring. That would be incredible. That's why we say Calciopoli never went away. Galliani is still there. Anyway, guys, it was nice. Alla Ciolito. And Alla Ciolito, Atletico Madrid. And good luck to our UCL contenders we want to call. Forza Napoli. And if you guys like what we are seeing, follow us. And let's see each other next week. For the last match. Everything will be done, will be known probably. And not everything, but almost. And let's see.
No. See you in the live for the Coppa Italia final.
For the Coppa Italia final.
Wednesday.
That's true. Thank you, Carlos. See you guys. Ciao. Enjoy. Have a nice day.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.
Forza Milan.